Good afternoon. My name is Amy Todd with Amy's Creative Wishes. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I sell all the products I feature in these videos. To start off, I just want to point out our January to June mini catalog has gone live, and it's full of beautiful, beautiful products. Starting with the Dragonfly Garden stamp set and the Dragonflies punch. That's the bundle. There's a bundle price right up here. That's the bundle I'm going to be using today for my first card. And there's also what we call a celebration brochure. And celebration, if you don't know what it is, it comes in January every year. This year it's January to February 28th. And every time you spend $60, a minimum of $60, you get to pick an item out of this celebration brochure. And there is designer series paper and stamp sets, and it's a lot of fun, and a lot of great stamp sets and designer series paper are in this brochure as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at amyscreativewishes@gmail.com or right here on my Facebook channel or YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and share on this video. Anybody who shares the video on comments shared with a D in my Facebook video will be entered in to win a brand new package of these Beaded Pearls. They're really beautiful. Beautiful for the centers of flowers. And that's my package already open, but I will be giving you a brand new pack. So please comment and share the video, and you'll be entered in to win those Beaded Pearls. Okay, now for the cards we're making today. This is the one with the Dragonfly stamp set I just showed you. The Dragonfly Garden stamp set. And this one showcases a stamp set in this celebration brochure right here, Darling Donkeys. So when you spend a minimum of $60, you can pick this stamp set for free. There are a couple items in here that you have to spend $120. Let me see. Right here, this bundle, which is the stamp set and designer series paper. When you spend $120, you can pick that item for free. Or you can pick this stamp set, A Touch of Ink. It has 17 stamps in it, so it's a larger stamp set. That's why it's at $120 value. Or if you pick if you may spend $120, you can pick any two items out of the $60 items in this brochure. And there's, like I said, a lot of great, great items in there. Also, what I should point out is if you host a party, so you gather some girlfriends, and you place an order of $375 or more, you get this punch party stamp set for free. So that's, $375 or more. So either if you can do that yourself, great, wonderful, you get this stamp set for free. Or, like I said, you can gather some girlfriends, pool an order together, and you'll get that item for free. Also, during celebration, we have a Join Stampin' Up! Incentive. Sorry, there's a glare. Sorry about that. My light's giving a glare. There's a Join incentive right now where you pay $135. You get to pick out $165 worth of product. And that's anything from the annual catalog or the January to June mini catalog. You can pick anything you like, up to $165. You only pay $135. There's no shipping, no tax. You will get a free paper pumpkin in your starter kit. And for joining during celebration, you get 5 packs of 6x6 designer series paper, and they're full packs. So they're about worth $15 or so each. So just this designer series paper alone, when you calculate it out, it ends up being worth $78.75. And Stampin' Up! Is giving you that for free if you join during celebrations. So if you have any questions about that, also reach out to me. I would love to help you sign up or just discuss it. So let's get started on our cards. We're going to get started with this one. The one with the from Dragonfly Garden. It's quite simple. I did do my die cutting ahead of time just simply because I can't fit my die cutting machine in the view of this video. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully someday in the future I will be able to fit my die cutting machine in the shot, but not with this camera stand. I can't. Okay, so I die cut from the stitched rectangle dies, the third largest die. We're going to use Mossy Meadow ink. And this stamp from the Dragonfly. Here, I'll show you the Dragonfly Garden stamp set. It's quite pretty. So we're going to be using this stamp, the sentiment, may good things grow all year long, and then this stamp to fill in the wings. So, oh, and we're also using this stamp. So we're using a good portion of the stamps in the stamp set. I just inked up this ink pad, so it should be good. And we're just going to stamp that over here to the left. Great. And then I'm going to do the sentiment. May good things grow all year long. It's a perfect sentiment for... Oh. Sorry, it looks like I froze there. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. But I think we're back up. So, may good things grow all year long. Just going to stamp that closer to the bottom. Perfect. And now I'm going to take Calypso Coral. I know in my original, I stamped these Dragonflies in the Mossy Meadow, but I want to try it in the Calypso Coral this time. Just see how it goes. We're going to have them kind of flying down. So I'm just going to stamp them right like that. And I need a scroll to stamp my Dragonfly. Okay. Perfect. And then there's only one wing stamp set or stamp in this stamp set, but it's not meant to line up perfectly. It's meant to look a little more abstract. So you just roughly stamp it where you think it's about right, and then just turn it over and stamp the other side. And see, it's not perfect, but it's supposed to be abstract. If you're watching, please comment. Just say hello, where you're from. If you have this stamp set, give me some hearts. Give me pause there again too. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm going to keep going. Looks like I'm still live, so I'm just going to punch out my Dragonfly with the Coordinating Dragonflies punch. There we go. That was just a scrap piece. I'm done with that. And I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to do just a little. I want to color the flowers and a couple of the leaves, and so I forgot this one dried out. My light Daffodil Delight is dried out, so we will have to use dark. I think I didn't put the lids on my light Daffodil Delight properly. So you have to be, I'm going to show you. You hear that click? That's what you want to hear when you're putting your lid back on. I must not have done that properly with my light Daffodil Delight, so it's dried out. But make sure when you're putting your lid back on, you always hear that click, and then you're good to go. So because I can't use my light Daffodil Delight, I'm not going to be doing any shading. I'm just doing direct color with my dark Daffodil Delight blend. I need to get a new light one, I guess, but you can only order them in combo packs, so I'll have to get light and dark Daffodil Delight again. So I'm just doing some light coloring. Like I said, no shading. Normally I would, but it is what it is. Better than nothing. And now I'm using light Old Olive for the leaves. I'm not going to color all the flowers and all the leaves because I'd probably be here for quite a while, and you don't need to see me color that much. Oh, good afternoon, Cheryl Lee. How are you? And where are you from, Cheryl Lee? Okay, you know what? I think that's about it for the coloring on this one for today. I'll be doing more coloring and some shading on my next card. Now I have a card base of Whisper White, and that's something else I should mention. Whisper White is no longer available. Unfortunately, the company that was making our Whisper White closed down due to COVID. They're permanently closed. So Stampin' Up! Had to source out a new product, and they found one. It's called Basic. Don't worry, we still have some white cardstock, and from what I understand, the quality, of course, is just as good as the Whisper White, if not better. Stampin' Up! Doesn't skimp on the quality. They make sure they get a good quality product. They're very good that way. So I'm just using my bone folder. So this was cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of designer series paper. I've forgotten the name. It's Dragonfly something, I think. Nope, sorry, Dandy Garden designers. And I cut a piece of this. This is Calypso Coral with white dandelions on it, so I thought it would go nicely. And it's measured 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I still have some snail to use up, so that's what I'm using today. Hopefully I can get through this so I can move on to the new Stampin' Seal. Okay, so that's like that. And then this layer that we did all our stamping, I'm going to pop up onto dimensionals. Sorry, just trying to gotta get a new pack here. Oh, Cheryl, you're in Calgary. It's not far. Not really, anyway. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, I'm just going to center that in the middle. Helps me make sure I'm putting this on straight. And then there's going to be a dimensional on the back of my Dragonfly. But I also just want to take my bone folder and curl up the Dragonfly wings a bit, just to give it some dimension. And then that's just going to fly towards the flowers like this. And we're just about done here. It's just the inside of the card. I'm going to take this, the same floral image, and I'm not even going to ink it up again. I just huffed on it to kind of reactivate it, moisten it a little bit. And I'm just going to stamp it to the right on the inside of the card, and that's it. And this way, for any occasion that I need. If it turns out I need a birthday and I want to give this card, I can then, at that point, put happy birthday with another stamp on the inside. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. So, that's our first card. As I said, give me some hearts if you have this stamp set and punch. If you've used it, if it's on your wish list, let me know. I'll probably be using it more in the future. And now, if you joined in late, we're going to be making this card with the Darling Donkeys stamp set from the Celebration brochure. So, first things first. First things first is I need to clean my stamps because I need to use the same blocks for my next card. So just bear with me as I clean my stamps here. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Where are you from, Kathy? I think I've seen you on other demonstrators' live videos. Well, hello, Vicky. How are you? Thanks for joining, everybody. If you're joining late, please share my video. I will be giving away a pack of Beaded Pearls to somebody who shares my video. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for your patience on me cleaning my stamps, but I need those blocks. I don't have a ton of blocks like some demonstrators do. Here's the stamp set we're going to be using. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm just getting these stamps off my blocks so that I can use them for the next card. I do apologize for this. I really should order more blocks. For some reason, I never think of that when I'm placing my order. Okay, so on this card, I want to let you know everything I used. So I used the largest stitch oval from the Stitch Oval dies. I used the largest scallop oval from the land. This, for my sentiment, I used the Ornate Frames dies. They were in the holiday catalog last year, under the Halloween it was with a Halloween set. I didn't buy the Halloween set. I just bought the dies because I love these frames. So I'm using this frame right here from that set. the Darling Donkeys, which, as I mentioned, is a free celebration set when you order $60 or more. Isn't it cute? I love it. Oh, I didn't show you the inside of the card. The inside of the card has the sitting donkey. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing some coloring, as you can see on this card. So, you'll get to finally see me do a little bit of... And I'm using 3 stamps from this set. And colors of ink I'm using are Early Espresso and Mango Melody. I really thought the Mango Melody made the card really pop. So, yeah. Wrong one. Okay, so... markers I'm using are Mango Melody Crumb Cake and Light Granny Apple Green. So here's my... get the markers out of my way. Here's my consumables. So the card base is Early Espresso. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just gonna fold that and use my bone folder for a nice crisp edge. And then I have a piece of Mango Melody cardstock, which measures, oops, sorry, I have forgotten, 3/4 by 5. And a designer series paper layer from, I believe it's In Good Taste. Yes, In Good Taste designer series paper. It measures 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And that is going to layer. So you can see I cut my, I cheated. I cut my scallop oval out of the center because you're never going to see it, right? So nobody will know. Save on cardstock. So we can start by adding those 2 layers together. There we go, and that is going to be popped up on 2 dimensionals. So let's get that started and put on our card base. And that just gets centered. Okay, now I'm going to take my stitched oval. Okay, Vicky, well, thanks for coming in. Have a good day. And I'm using Early Espresso. So when you're using blends alcohol markers, you should use, for black, always use Memento. Don't use Stays On. If you use Stays On, the colors will bleed. And you can actually use your classic ink pads because they are a water-based ink, just like the Memento. So I'm using Early Espresso for my cute little donkey. Let's close that up before I stick my fingers. Do a little bit of coloring. So I'm going to take my light Mango Melody and color the rose. My light Granny Apple Green to color the leaf and the stem. My dark Petal Pink to color the inside of his ears. And his, at least I think that's what that's called. It's what I'm calling it. His muzzle. And then we're going to use the light and dark crumb cake. Right. Just make sure light and dark. Yep. So, I'm gonna do his ears in the light. And I'm just gonna color his face and his body in the light. And I will add some shading with the dark in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to take the dark and I'm going to use the bullet tip. And just add some dark bit around his face, around his bum, a little bit on the legs. And then I'm going to go back in with the light and blend that out so it's not such a harsh line. I'm going to use a bullet tip. That my brush tip on my light crumb cake is starting to fray. I must have pushed too hard at one point. Okay, and then our light soft suede I'm going to use for his hooves. And for his tufts of hair. And for his tail. Okay. That donkey done, but I just remembered I need to stamp the other donkey for the inside. And we will color him too. Actually, that's not it. I've got to color the grass too. So there we go. Let me take the grass. I think I used the light on my original card, but that's okay. This is the dark. Doesn't matter. Now I'm going to take the dark. And because it's alcohol markers, it doesn't leave any lines behind. It all blends. When it dries, you won't see any lines. So that's great about alcohol markers. These donkeys are just so cute. So, give me some hearts if you have this. Let me know. Is it on anybody's wish list? This time I'm doing the dark first, but it doesn't really matter. Here. See, you can blend, whether you start with the light or you start with the dark, you can really blend it either way. Okay, and then the light soft suede again. His hair and his hooves. And his tail. And there we go. Now he's done. And now I will adhere this to the inside of the card. Didn't put grass on my original on the inside, but I'm going to do that because I like the look of it. Sorry. Cat hair. That's what happens when you have 4 cats. Yes, you heard me right. 4. We rescued, well, my boyfriend rescued the oldest from his bush when he was only about 2 weeks old. He's now 13 years old. Then the second oldest we adopted. And then the 2 youngest are sisters. And we rescued them from the side of the road in the middle of October. Not last year, the year before. So they're just... Yeah, we rescued those 2 from the side of the road. We were planning, because we already had 2 cats, on finding homes for them, but we didn't have much luck, and to be honest, we kind of fell in love with them, so they found their forever home with us. Okay, now I just put dimensionals on the back, and now I'm just going to kind of center this a little bit more towards the top. And I want to stamp Hey There Friend, and I'm going to use a mango melody for that. And again, I'm going to leave it sentiment free for the inside because I want to just be able to grab a card when I need one. And although quite honestly, I'm going to be sending out some thinking of you cards to my neighbors and to some of my pen pals and things, so I might just leave it blank and just write a nice note on the inside. Okay, so behind the Hey and the FR and Friend, I put a little bit of snail. And now I'm going to put a dimensional on the other end to make it even with this layer. And there we go. So, yeah, you see I did light granny apple green in the grass on this one. And, you know, I think I like the light better, but it's such a minor thing. It really doesn't matter. So, let me bring in the other card. So, these are the 2 cards we made today. So I didn't see if anybody commented if they have either of these stamp sets. And if so, if you've used them or not. So I didn't see all the comments, so I will go back and read them after I'm done here. I hope you enjoyed my cards today, and I would love to see you shop with me. Again, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I sell all the products I feature in these videos. If you'd like to shop with me, you can shop at amyscreativewishes.stampinup.net. Or if you're watching on Facebook, go to my Facebook page and there's actually a Shop Now button. So it makes it nice and easy. Just click that button. It'll take you to my page where you can shop. If you have any questions about Celebration, or if you're interested in signing up just for the discount, you don't have to do what I do. You can just join for the discount, and to get any future orders that you place after you get your starter package, you get 20% off of any future orders. So, and as I said, it's a really great deal to join right now. You get 5 packs of paper. That's 200 sheets of designer series paper, worth $78.75, and you're getting that absolutely free. All you have to do is send picking $165 worth of product. So there's another $30 free. Plus you get a free paper pumpkin in your starter kit. And you, as I said, you can do it just for the discount. You don't have to do what I'm doing. So if you have any questions about that or like to discuss it, please feel free to reach out to me at amyscreativewishes@gmail.com or right here on my Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you have any questions at all about anything you've seen today, please reach out. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Bye for now.